I'm Jason.
And this is the American Dream Car Show.
I'm not loving this. What is his deal? Jason! Oh, Jason! You're in here. Come on, Jake! This shooting all day thing is getting old. You lied to me! What are you talking about? Don't you remember in the last episode, you promised the next one was gonna be even bigger?
On the next episode, it gets even bigger.
Oh yeah. My bad. Ha! Stop shooting stuff! And now we're here in the Midwest. You don't have a road trip planned. You don't have anything set up. We went to Florida last time. I'm not happy about it. Come on, Jake, there's lots of cool things to do here in the Midwest. Ha-ha! Stop shooting everything. Like what? You like movies, don't you? I love movies. Why do you think we're having a shootout? I'm ready for blockbuster season. Are you ready to get back to shooting with the camera yet? Well, yeah. Okay. Fine. Here. You want to start the show? Let's go! There you are. Been looking everywhere. I'm right here. Yeah, okay. I need you to not be there. I need you to be with me. We're going for a ride. Why? It doesn't matter why. Come on, let's go. You're so needy. Going to the country, baby, don't you wanna go?
Yeah, that'll work.
Alrighty, Jake, so we've been out for a little ride in this yellow convertible here, arrived by this lovely lake, and I thought I would take this opportunity to ask you a question.
You want to ask me a question as we're riding in the car from 51st Dates? Sure,
Yes.
Why not? Fire away.
Not that kind of question, buddy, but
Good to know.
very good observation. This is the vehicle that Drew Barrymore drove in 51st Dates. Yellow Volkswagen thing. My question is, they make movies about cars,
do you think cars, vehicles in general, can make a movie?
I don't know if I would say that's the thing that's going to make or break the movie, but I definitely think it's a very important component of it. When I think back movies that I'm fond of, yeah, I tend to skew a little more action and horror probably than you, but when I think of like, say, a Vanishing Point or a Death Proof or a Christine or, you know, Gone in 60 Seconds, okay, Mad Max Fury Road, like, you know, I'm thinking of like the vehicles that I remember seeing in those movies, like, you know, getting destroyed.
I do skew comedy, I do like action, but I'm thinking the Griswolds going across country in that station wagon.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It helps tell the story.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons we've added movie vehicles to the museum.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew you had the Fast and the Furious Charger from like, you know, the first movie that we covered in the first episode.
Right, there's a lot more.
You have more?
Yeah, a lot more. You want to go check them out?
Yeah.
Let's go, buddy.
Sweet.
So we asked the question, could a car make a movie? Well, I don't think anybody has a better argument, or any car for that matter, than Herbie the Love Bug. Back in 1968, he starred in his first film. 6 films later, plus a TV series, we all know Herbie the Love Bug. It's literally iconic. You know the stripes, you know the number, and you love the car. Now, a car making a movie? How about a car making a movie star? Right over here, the Charger from Fast and the Furious.
Dude, I love the Fast and the Furious movies.
We're talking about a film series that is now 8 deep. They've got another one coming up, a spinoff in 2019, and it's Universal Studios' highest grossing film series. We're talking about $5 billion. That's huge. Coming up, Netflix is going to have an animated series. Now, we're talking about Vin Diesel with cars. How about Vin Diesel with motorcycles? The Triple X movie series is now 3 strong, the latest back in 2017. This 2001 Husqvarna was actually made for the movie. It's got a special black paint job and a special competition package. They did a lot of amazing stunts, and bikes like this help make that movie. Now, I don't think anything is more iconic than Ghost Rider's motorcycle when we're talking about a bike in a movie, and Johnny Blaze got his start on this bike right over here. We know Ghost Rider from the comics, and we learned to love Ghost Rider in the movies as well because of Nicolas Cage, 2 films deep, and they're saying there might be a third. We'll see what happens. But Johnny Blaze actually rode this bike, had that terrible accident. I don't know if you remember, but ooh, it was gruesome. Jake, I mean, talking about cinematic. Ooh.
Yeah, man, I love Ghost Rider. I love the character Ghost Rider. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of that first movie.
It may not have been the greatest film in the world, but it did make money, and it started a franchise. And actually, you might say it helped jumpstart Marvel's movie series in general because it was one of the first that came out, right?
That was one of the earliest Marvel movies. I think that and like Blade, like you were talking about. Those weren't ones that helped launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know now going into Infinity War.
Cars making movies? How about cars making TV shows? We're talking about a car that literally is probably the most iconic in the world. We know it, we love it, the General Lee. Bo and Luke did a whole lot of Outrunning the Law. We all know the song. And man, I don't think anything is more iconic than this car right here. And that's just one of the many cars at the Dream Car Museum. Now, these cars have got me wanting to see more TV movie cars. Let's get on the road, see what we can find. Buddy, as much as you don't like mornings, I appreciate you getting up for a road trip today.
No, that's fine. Just, you know, coffee quick, please.
All right, I'm on it. But first, I want to let you know what we're doing because you were so excited the other day when we were at the museum about some of the movie cars.
Oh, yeah, I like movies.
I thought I would surprise you with something on the road today. You're going to love it, I promise.
Is it a good surprise?
It's a totally good surprise.
Okay.
I don't do bad surprises.
Is it your idea of a good surprise or my idea of a good surprise?
I think today is going to be a surprise that we can both call a win.
Okay, I'm going to choose to trust you.
Do so. We're heading south.
We always go south.
We don't always go south. The other day we went west.
Okay, we've been to Florida, we've been to Alabama, we've been to Texas. It's always okay. Before you questioned me and I said I know how a map works, do you know how a map works?
I do. South.
You looked at a map? South.
You think there might be one instance where you drive? Just like one time?
I don't drive, I'm driven. Do you want me to run camera while I drive? How can I hang out the window and get shots while I'm driving?
What's your favorite road trip snack?
Coffee.
Is there a favorite candy? Like for me, gummy bears are my go-to for road trip.
Probably peanut butter cups, honestly.
Oh, Reese's.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say?
Like the little bite-sized ones or the big ones?
No, what'd you just say?
Reese's? Peanut butter cups? Reese's?
Reese's. There's no Reese.
Reese's.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Recess?
You're one of those people that says Reese's?
Reese's.
It's not
Reese's Pieces.
Never in the history of ever has
Reese's
it been
Pieces.
Reese's peanut butter anything.
Reese's Pieces?
Reese's Pieces. It's not Reese's Pieces, is it? So you're gonna really not tell me what the surprise is?
No.
A hint. Can you give me a hint?
The surprise is inside a building. We're here in Northwest Tennessee, the city of Jackson, which is home to Rusty's TV and Movie Car Museum. I'm fanboying over some of these cars. I mean, they've got Bumblebee.
Wait, what?
Jake, let's go. We gotta get inside for the good stuff, man.
Leave me
Let's
alone,
go.
this is the good stuff.
Place. Beverly Hillbillies cars, Scooby-Doo. Oh my goodness, Rusty, you weren't kidding, man. Look at this, Jake. Hey man, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you too, brother.
Rusty, this is original?
This is the original clips from the Fast and the Furious. And when you first are introduced to Paul Walker, this is the car you're seeing.
I mean, this is like no jokes. This is it. It was in the movie. It was on the screen.
This is your screen use car from the film.
You know, we have one of the Fast and the Furious vehicles in our museum, and it is an iconic vehicle because we're talking about a car that literally helped build a franchise, right?
When you think of Vin Diesel, you think of the black Charger. When they think of Paul, they think of this car, you know, and it's been on every kind of blanket, trash can.
Not only was it in the movie and people know it from the movie, but then they said, I want this toy and I want to drive this toy the kids did. But then even above and beyond that, the folks that love the cars said, I want my car to look like this. Jake, do you want to take a look inside here? I mean, these aren't standard seats. I mean, none of this is all customized, right?
In 2001, every kid was sticking stickers and wings and ground effects. I mean, it was a huge thing at that time.
How much money do you think an average person spent on their car because of a movie they watched?
Probably a few $1,000 on trying to get their car to look something similar to this.
You've obviously influenced people. If you get them to reach into their pocket and take out a bunch of money.
And everybody went to the movie, and when they left out, they spun tires, leaving them.
And what I like about cars, how much people have in common when it comes to vehicles. It's something that brings people together.
You wouldn't believe the time people put into recreating a replica of this car. I mean, they take it so serious, and there's like hundreds of thousands of people just go crazy over this. But it's like you said, they can have a little piece of the franchise, or Paul Walker, or you know, a lot of them do it as a tribute to him, and that goes for Batmobile or Ghostbusters. People just love movies and they love cars, and sometimes they come together in a head like this. And
I'd say that's why you built the museum, right? I mean, for you, it was you have a passion for not only the automotive industry, but you love movies.
It's either that or mental disorder. I had a General Lee probably in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, you know, and wish I had never sold it. You know, everybody my age, Dukes has 8 o'clock Friday night.
It used to be we had to gather around the TV to watch it right then and there.
And every show had a car. And not only Dukes has it, you had Fall Guy, Starsky and Hutch,
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider. The cars were big as the actors in the show, you know. The General Lee got more fan mail than Bo and Luke.
What else in the museum would spark your interest that you're like, man, you gotta see this?
How about Death Proof Nova?
Death Proof Nova?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay, I was gonna say, I think you got this guy's attention right here.
I seen it in his eyes when he came in.
Well, you got a movie buff, but you also got a movie buff that loves cars, so it's like it's a win-win for him.
Yeah. I mean, I think he actually said, I'm not gonna do this job if you don't do the Death Proof Nova.
It's true, I did say that.
I think
You're gonna
that's
call
his
him out
exact
on
words.
it. He said, I'm not gonna, okay, he's acknowledging that he did say it. All right, so the Death Proof Nova, the first thing I see about this car, first of all, is the simplicity of it.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff hidden in this car. This is Quentin Tarantino movie, and Quentin Tarantino hides a lot of stuff in his films. The duck on the hood is actually the movie Convoy. That's the rubber duck off the Mack truck.
Oh, no
Convoy.
kidding, really? That's
right.
fun.
He searched and found the guy that made it, but he had passed away. His son actually had the moles to it. He got a duck for the hood.
That's awesome.
The license plates on this car, if you look at them, they're Texas plates, but that's the same license plate number as the Bullet Mustang of Steve McQueen. You know, he pays tribute to a lot of movies, even like the Death Proof movie itself. If you were watching Stuntman Mike sitting in the bar, you look behind him, and Kurt Russell's shirt from Big Trouble in Little China is hanging on the wall.
Hanging on the wall. Well, and if you look in here, you got your roll cage and stuff, so I mean, the driver's gonna be protected for sure.
Stuntman Mike played a stuntman, so the car had to look the part, you know, and this car is, man, like roll caged up big time. It was designed to take a look. I have 2 of these. I've got the car that wrecks, that hits the girl's head on, and then I've got this car as more of a close-up car. And the stainless on this car is real nice. The other car is actually air conditioner tape.
Well, and what you find on some of those, because they know they're gonna be trashed in that wreck, they don't put all the effort into it. This car, does it drive?
Yeah, it sounds like a popcorn machine with no interior. And they used about 6 cars to produce that.
Well, this one right here.
And they destroyed all of them except for 2 of them. Quentin Tarantino wanted all those stuntmen. He wanted live stunt, 80 mile an hour to 100. And so he hired stuntmen to do the job, and not computer generated. Buddy Joe Hooker, who is a famous stuntman, Hooper was made after him. He was Burt Reynolds' stunt guy. The deal was he got a Nova as part of the deal. So he would go pick a car to do the stunts in, and he had one he never picked because he knew that's the one he wanted to take home with him. So the car he picked was never actually in the movie, so it didn't have a scratch on it, so that he actually got one of the other Novas.
That's really funny. Rusty, it's great that you're sharing all these fun facts and like all these little hidden secrets about the car, because I'll be honest with you, it's not a car that I knew a lot about.
When somebody comes in and they know the movie, this is their favorite car in the museum. You can tell that person.
The person that is a fanboy.
Well, I know the movie.
Oh, so you know the movie? Here's, give me the camera.
I would think I was one of the only people when I saw Grindhouse in the theater that like really freaked out over this
And
movie.
a lot of people, what you might know is it was a double feature.
Yeah.
When you're watching one, you'll see characters cross over from one movie to the other.
Well, and it's so cool because like it kind of pulled like what Hitchcock did with Psycho, where like you think you're following one set of characters and then they kill them off halfway through. Spoiler alert. And then he's tracking them down in this car, and then wrecks this car when he kills them, and then they like do a complete almost shift with new characters and a new car in the second half. Because the second one wasn't the car in the second half. That was like the one from Vanishing Point, right?
The girls were driving. That was his homage to Vanishing Point. The girls, I think, mentioned Vanishing Point in the movie, or looking through an ad and say, "Oh, let's just go test drive it."
That's like B car. From,
yeah. And so, and the Charger that Kurt Russell is driving is kind of like a homage to Dukes of Hazzard. If you look at the Charger, it's got the Vector wheels on it and everything, and it's kind of a woman empowering movie.
Very much so.
So it's a crazy movie. If you like stunts and action, people talk about Bullet and all that, but if you watch the stunts and the high speed and everything, and Death Proof, it is a crazy movie.
Sounds like it's what I need to watch.
It is. You need to. Like there was
He
this
might
whole
get
bit.
voted off the island for not have watched
Okay,
it.
well here, take your camera back. We're gonna go watch the movie.
Quentin Tarantino's always going to mention Tennessee in his movies because that's where he's from. Every movie he has Tennessee in it. He pays homage to it. He's a crazy dude. If I tell people, they say, "I've never seen." I said, well, you got to get ready for blood and guts if you watch it.
Yeah. You've got Kit from Knight Rider. You got the Turtle Van from Ninja Turtles. We're here with Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. I mean, over there's the Mystery Machine. I mean, something for everybody.
Something for every age group. I want everybody to be happy that comes through, and either they love movies or they love cars or they love both. So there's something for everybody in here.
It truly is a passion. I mean, I nerded out over the Batmobile. I mean, that was Michael Keaton's Batmobile.
Right. A lot of these take people back to their childhood, a good memory, something they felt good about. It's always a positive thing. Cars touch all kinds of people.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a worldwide thing. I mean, I think it goes all the way across the board. I mean, not everybody's car fans, but I'd say the vast majority are.
Most people love cars. That was their escape. When they turned 16, that was finally freedom.
We love our cars, man. What was your first car?
It was a '66 Mustang.
All right, mine was a 1989 Beretta at Vandy. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, you didn't get many dates, did you?
Oh, is that how it's gonna be, Rusty? All right, man, that's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate it.
So, dude, this road trip's been a lot of fun so far.
Oh man, I'm having a blast.
I'm glad. The TV and movie cars, totally cool. That has got me thinking I need a little more pop culture in my life.
You're looking to nerd out a little bit more.
Yeah.
You like the TV and the movie cars, movies, TV,
superheroes,
comic books.
action. Yeah.
You wanna hit up a comic convention?
Dude, great idea. You got any ideas?
Yeah, I got something in mind.
Okay, Jake, we have found ourselves at the Nick Knackery. What gives, dude?
You said you want to be a superhero, so you need a costume. Jason, hey, what you up to?
Man, I'm so ready. Susie's got so much stuff here at the Nick Knackery. You guys, if you want to come check it out, I mean, everything from like a Prince's jacket to Master Chief's helmet to Dorothy's shoes. I mean, she's got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, they got a ton of stuff. I told you this place was awesome. So, you ready to get suited up?
Assemble Avengers.
Hey, can we get a picture?
Of course.
Right.
Wait, don't you want Deadpool in the photo too?
No, just Iron Man.
Oh, come on!
Indiana. Illinois is where we are currently. And up ahead is a bridge. It's going to take us into Missouri, into a town called Cape Girardeau. I'm a firm believer in when you're traveling that you ought to take the longer route. You know, the highway can get, I guess a little mundane. I think to me that's a part of the adventure, getting out and exploring. This is the way travel ought to be done in my mind. Sure, it takes a few minutes longer. What do you think?
Yep.
All right, so Jake and I have made it to Cape Girardeau, Missouri. We're here at Cape Con. I'm ready to have some fun. We got our badges. Jake, let's go. Come on, man.
Hang on, I can only go so fast.
I'm Jason, and this is the American Dream Car Show.
And I fight crime.
You know what's great about these conventions is it doesn't matter what you're into. You can find something you're going to like and love. I mean, from comic books to art. Hey, Jake, stop. Hammer time.
Seriously?
All right, so I'm hanging out with my new buddy Brandon here. We were just talking about how a comic convention can kind of bring together all sorts. I mean, we've seen people in costume, we've seen people with crazy big weapons. I mean, there's a lady right there with a sword on her back. Tell me what a comic convention is for you.
Well, the thing about we'll call it nerd culture. Nerd culture in general, it's so big. It doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your sexual orientation, your religion, your color, doesn't matter. It's something for everybody.
At the museum, we have all sorts of cars.
Absolutely.
Everything from movie cars. We've got that Charger from Fast and the Furious. We've got Herbie the Love Bug, but then we have, Ferraris. We got Lamborghinis in there. Then we got the classic 57 Chevy.
Cars are huge in nerd culture. The Ecto 1, the A-Team van, the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything you can think of, there's a nerdy car to go along with it. There's still iconic cars coming out every single movie. I bet we're gonna have stuff coming out next year. That stuff's gonna be around forever.
Oh, without a doubt. There's gonna be some little Matchbox car and something we put on a shelf, and then you'll be selling it at a comic convention.
Exactly, yeah.
All right, Jake, so we gotta find something for Hudson. He's a big fan of Baby Groot, and I've been looking everywhere. Oh, whoa. I think we might have found it. Oh, you guys mind if I interrupt you real quick? All right, so we're gonna be going to see the Avengers. My son loves Baby Groot, and I've been all through this place trying to find some Baby Groot. And it looks like you've got it.
This is all my art right here. I draw all of this. This is my illustrations. I design all the pieces. I execute them traditionally and then do some digital editing.
So what's your name?
Seth Groves. Good to meet you. This is my wife, Macy.
Oh, nice to meet you, Macy. So let's pick out something. You wanna help me out, Jake? All right, let's go Baby Groot. We know we need Baby Groot.
I was talking about Iron Man.
All right, I'm in for Iron Man. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, so if you had a Star Wars one and one that you enjoyed.
We got the Baby Groot. He's cute, right? So what about BB-8 here?
Oh, I'm in for BB-8. Seriously, it's so nice to meet you.
I'll throw in a free BB-8 sticker for you.
Oh, nice. Thank you, guys. I'll check it out, Jake. She's got Baby Groot, too. This is Candace. I love your work here. So tell me a little bit about what you do with your art.
I am a traditional painter, and I try to bring a pretty unique look to these conventions, and I feel like I accomplish that through watercolor and oil painting.
Candace, is there something you have as a favorite?
Yeah, so I actually won grand prize in the Star Wars The Last Jedi Officials Fan Art Contest, and this painting was featured on the red carpet back in December at the LA premiere of the movie, so that was pretty exciting.
All right, so I thought I was done buying stuff, and then I saw this sweet Batman mug here at J Customs and had to get my hands on it. And then I started a conversation with Jonathan, Donald, and David. All right, guys, so here's the question. What's your favorite movie car?
I'd say the Charger off Fast and Furious. It's got to be Eleanor, gone in 60 seconds. I'm going with the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
So, the sun is setting on Cape Comic Con. We've met some really incredible people, had a really, really great time. Got some goods for the family. I think it's time to head on home, though, and get to that movie. What do you say?
Hey, I need coffee.
So, we're wrapping up our all-American heroic adventure. We've gotten to the point where I'm most excited about, which is assembling our team to go watch the new film, The Avengers Infinity War. You guys want to say hi? Hi. Who's excited about getting into these new Chrysler Pacificas and heading over to the drive-in? I'm pumped. All right, should we load up, team? Let's go to the drive-in. Go, Emily. God. excited about this? Dude, I'm totally excited about it. What are you talking about? Got the whole crew back here, man.
I swear they weren't this quiet before you guys got in here. Well, I've been a police officer for 5 years now, and I've spent 3 years on the road, and so getting behind the wheel of a car always puts me in the mind of patrolling. So you're always driving around, looking around.
You said you've never been to the drive-in?
I have never been to a drive-in movie, so I'm pretty pumped about going to see the Avengers. I believe in you, country goodness.
Country goodness.
Am I good? Does
Huh?
it look okay? Well,
You're a little crooked.
I don't know if that's gonna open. It's kind of close.
You don't believe in me. You're a non-believer. I got this. Jazzy, open the door for Daddy.
Oh my God!
That's the precision of the Chrysler Pacifica. Some like Jason color. Y'all feeling Jason South, man.
No. Get off. Get off.
All right. Your family's awesome. Kids are super cool. We're here watching a movie about heroes.
Right.
You know, being their hero, that's what it's all about for me.
Last night I took my daughter to a daddy-daughter dance. I was the #1 dad in there. I may not, everybody's dad was the #1 dad, but I was her hero.
Right.
And today I went to my son's basketball game. Super pumped to see me watch him play. So yeah, being their hero is #1 for me.
I mean, there's lots of stuff I like to get out and do. I mean, for me, like travel, exploring, seeing all that stuff. When I get to come home though, I'm proud to be a dad, you know, and to be able to like come together and do something like this with families.
Well, I tell you what, the movie we're going to see, Avengers, it kind of brings home the hero thing to me, because when I was a kid, watching cartoons with my dad was the #1 thing. I know he probably didn't want to watch them, but he would sit there on Saturday morning cartoons and we watch them together.
No retags! Ah! Hold it for me, hold it for me!
Tell you what, I need to go to the gym.
From superheroes to real heroes, from TV to movie cars, we set out to explore the world of adventure, and I think we found it. On the next episode, it gets even faster.
Oh my God! Dude, there are cops up ahead.
I know.
Everything's fine. We're fine.
We're fine.
Everything's fine. At what point do I hang out the window? Should I hang out the window?
No, I don't think you need to hang out the window. I know you're good.
I'm gonna hang out the window.
That was fun.
Thank you.